Alright, welcome back everyone. It's a new week, it's a new day to check through this analysis, and then we make money. We make money, or we see how we can make money this week. So welcome back everyone. Those who are on this channel for the first time, welcome, and kindly, if you don't mind, you can choose to subscribe, like and share to your friends and family, those who you know they are interested in trading, and then we grow the community together of traders here on the Discord Traders Hub. Alright, so I can see my early bird as always. Felix is already here, so as the rest join us within a minute, because I'm going to start at 35. Let's just give them 1 more minute. We start at 35 past 10. So as we wait for them, we'll just take some tea, and as we wait for them. All right. Right, so now that we reached on 35, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it right now. Alright, so as usual, we start with crash 500. Crash 500. So that's where we are currently. So crash 500, price came back to this support level. As you can see, it broke out of that what is it called, expanding wedge. I mean, what am I saying, symmetrical triangle there, and then later on came all the way back to this support. But at first, it first gave us that breakout to reach the other resistance level, then it came into a sell. So one who is using this is H4. So anyone who is using price action, we sort of have a higher high and failure, and we have failed to make a new higher high because it reached on that resistance level. So now we've started with broken structure here. Why is this white? So we've broken times now. So this is the third time reaching it. So right here, we cannot from what I see on H4, we have some strong momentum from the buys, and remember, according to daily we're still buying, according to weekly we should be selling strongly. So what are we going to do? We're going to be looking for buys according to H4 and daily. For now it will be crazy, but the buys are on. Hopefully, let's see, this is now, if this is the case, this has to change to be like this. This has to change to be like that. In fact, we can even bring it here, so that, because those are the ones near, then we can actually have a clear now. That's sort of that becomes sort of a falling wedge. Now if we know that we have a falling wedge, then we know exactly where this price is going. First give us a fake breakout there, we return back inside. Then here, I don't see it. Yeah, actually I can see it. I can see a breakout on daily and on H4. So we may see a breakout right here, and this time when it breaks out and retests, we may not see it come back inside again until it goes to those levels there, such levels, until it goes to those levels, which is a weekly order block there. So it means we are looking for buys. This means we are looking for buys. It's going to respect the falling wedge and now break out. Then if we have a retest, but again we have that resistance. Anyway, by the time it reaches there, we would have made money and our SLs will be in profits. If it gains enough momentum to break through, the better, because we know we are looking at reaching that level or even that level if it goes in the favor of the daily. So now let's look at H1. we missed an entry here when it went to that support level, and also now that we've changed the trend line to be actually on this very level, now we've also missed an entry here on the trend line, but that's we know that we don't always have one entry. We can always wait for a pullback and then entry. So if it gives us a pullback, we'll have buys, and these kinds of buys, most of the times you need around an hour or two to hit your TP level, depending on what your target is. Those who are scalping, even 3 candles of M15 are enough to be out of the market, because you can see they are having short retracements. Why? Because we are on support level, so everyone is looking for buys. You don't have candles like these, you don't have these, you have short retracement candles. But for now, we wait for a retracement or a pullback, then we enter again to take us all the way back to that upper trend line, or even to break it and continue into the buys, because that's what we are looking for according to H4 and according to daily time frame. You can always know that this is your TP once you enter from there, so you have probably your TP would be around that area. So if you can get a retracement, if we can get a retracement on M15, then have an entry, then we'll see what is going to if it is going to hit our TP, because that's the neckline height. So this is where most of the times you want to enter when it breaks that, because that's the neckline according to H4. That's where the neckline is. You can see it. This is a double bottom, and so to me, I wouldn't wait all that, because I will be limiting myself. I would wait for a retracement here, and if it fails, then I will not enter. Then I will wait for it to break out of this falling wedge, then retest later, then enter. All right. I think crash 500 is now clear. If you guys have an addition or a question, please kindly put them in the chat. And of course, like I said at the start, if this is your very first time to join us, kindly, if you don't mind, subscribe, like, and share to the loved ones, those who love trading, whichever kind of trading, forex, crypto, because everything that we use in the same. The way we analyze, you can also gain something to analyze even on other markets, forex and crypto, even stocks. You can still use the same strategies to analyze. So wait for the pullback on M15 and probably have a sniper entry. So here, what I'm looking for is to get us a sort of sniper entry, and I don't have so that I don't have big room for stop loss. Yeah, so that I don't have that big stop loss to risk the account. That's what I'll be waiting for. So this one we're going to buy later on. All right, so we now head to boom 1,000. Boom 1,000. Those who remember, we made a lot of money last week. So boom 1,000. Boom 1,000. So boom 1,000. We made some money, and we can see we've reached that daily order block, but the move is going on. The anticipation is the anticipation is to start selling very soon. And you can see that I have my sell limits. If I can remove that, I have my sell limits on that very level, on the neckline. Remember, this was a double top there that I remember actually we never took. It wasn't clear, it never gave us a pullback that we wanted, so clearly I never entered. I don't know if anyone entered, but yeah, it never gave me a pullback or a retest that I wanted on H4, and I missed this. I would have entered with this, but now I missed it, so I let it go. But now it has come back again. Just the way we know how market moves, it has come back again, and we know that according to CCI we should be selling. Weekly say we should be buying, although weekly hasn't reached oversold, and I'm looking at it coming all the way to this level. That's where I'm looking at the buy is starting from. So for now, I still anticipate a break of structure on this level. I still anticipate a break of structure on that level. So now I'm leaving daily. All I can wait for is now either to activate my sell limits or to make a new lower high here, and start to sell. But remember, H4 hasn't reached overbought, so it means this buy is still continuing. The buy, we may still see it continue. Probably it will come back to this level, which is my neckline according to daily, this level here. So my neckline is according to daily, so probably it will reach that level and activate my sell limits. Then later on sales start to take me all the way down here according to daily. So that's what I'll be anticipating on. Activate that, then come down below to give me a new lower low and probably even reach oversold according to daily. Then we can later. So this is why we anticipate that we're going to see a sell first come here to the breaker block to mitigate orders that are here, mitigate liquidity, and then later on get into the buys at a later stage, to go and give us probably a new higher high, or even fail to give us a new high there, and then later on we start sales. Probably that will be according to monthly, but we don't have enough data for monthly, so we'll go with weekly and daily, and we use what we have there. So this I can delete now. This delete it for now. Now I want this. The buy is still on. Probably it will take us all the way there. That's why you can see there's enough momentum there. We've seen another break of structure here, and yeah, that's what we've just seen there. That's another break of structure on H4. Of course, these were our trades. Those who remember, those who entered, these were our trades. One TP hit here. First TP was here on that line, then second TP was there on that level there, and it was hit clearly, and now we are out of the market there. We wait for another one. Another one was to wait for this retracement. It happened, I think, on either Friday or Saturday. I was not trading. 12th was, I think, Saturday, so I wasn't trading Saturday, so that's why this was another entry for the buy to take you there. I hope you guys followed it up and made that money still. So now no need for this. Delete. Now we wait for this. This may may not see a pullback again just because it has made a new higher high. We may not see it back, but rather we may see it continue to pull back, then later on go back until we are clear of sells. So I wouldn't want to now interrupt this one where it is, because momentum for buys is reducing slowly by slowly. But if it makes a pullback, I can say I still have some room to buy on H4. I may even enter another buy. So if it makes a pullback to the breaker block here, that is another entry for the buy to take you up there. So don't hesitate if you see something like this. I encourage you guys to always probably take some screenshots that you can use later on when you're checking on your own chart. Yeah, so that's something I would wait for. If it happens like so, then I'll make my entry. That is Boom 1000. If you have an addition, guys, please do comment in the section there, in the comment section there. If you have a suggestion, and I also come suggestions, and probably, let me see, today is a Monday, probably Friday I may welcome, we may make a vote. I don't know if this one does. I think I'll do it on I will welcome around 2 assets to remove and then 2 assets to add in our daily analysis list of the assets. And then from there we'll make a poll on the community of YouTube and ask and you guys will vote for whichever you want us to remove and those and the assets you want us to add onto the assets, the asset list that we analyze every day. So that will be Friday. I hope I remember. So I don't know why okay, internet has stabilized. Okay, so that will be Friday. This was a Boom 1000. Remember, this was Boom 1000. So now we want to jump to Boom 500. Let's go to Boom 500. Boom 500. So now Boom 500, we have a falling wedge. We have a falling wedge. It finished giving us that fake breakout, and now it has returned back inside the wedge. So now that it has returned inside the wedge, we can clearly see that we have an entry where it is currently. We have a buy entry, and it's sometimes I don't want to waste time. I want to immediately enter, put my stop loss there. It should be actually 3 entries. We are inside because we know that it's going to break out into the buys. So I've made my 3 entries, and this time I want to see if I can hold this asset. It's a big asset, Boom 500. I want to hold up to that level there. We put another entry of 0.5 there. Yes. So I've made my entry. The reason why I've made my entry is this. It has gone back inside the what? It has gone back inside the falling wedge, and it has made a retest back to the support level there. And now that's where I've decided to make my entry, and this is not just a support level that it has returned back to, it's a previous order block. This is the previous order block there. So that's why I've made my entry there, so that I can take advantage of that buy there and I'm going to have my stop loss just there below my previous week there. And of course the new candle is starting, so you can either wait for the new candle, those who want to enter this asset with me, and we see how the buys are going to go. Of course, you have your first TP here. When it breaks that level, then you have another TP here, and of course all these are TP levels, because whenever they reach there you anticipate retracement. All those are TP levels, so you choose whichever you want to go with. There are going to be a lot of lines here, but we will maintain the current time frame we are on. And those who remember previous analysis, we know that it's going to sell later on strongly, but currently we are waiting for this to happen, then later on come back there, on either there or around here, and then start selling strongly, because we know according to weekly and daily we are selling strongly. That's what we know for sure. But we can't just sell according to daily when we haven't seen a retracement. We can't sell in a straight line, so we are anticipating a pullback to give us clean entries for sales. You can see sales, daily we are selling, weekly we are selling strongly, but H4 currently we should be looking for buys because we are oversold. All right, so I leave this at that. Of course, M15, you can see it's a clear buy entry. If I was to use it, it has reached my 10% CCI level there, and yeah, I'm ready for the buys. If they come and take my money, let me say I'm risking what, $6, which is reasonably okay. So yeah, that's it. Now let me go to V10-1S. Do I have a question? Okay, I don't have a question. Welcome Eunice, welcome Lona, welcome Bola Football Academy, yeah, welcome Jose. So like I said, if it is your first time to this channel, please you may, if you don't mind, you may subscribe, and also don't forget to share and like and share probably to your friends and family and colleagues at work, those who love trading, so that they can also get to understand some of these things. All right, so reminder, this is Dank Scott Traders, and you're trading with Dan, or you can call me Dank Scott, whichever is clear or easy for you to use. All right, so V10-1S, this is what, H1. Okay, so it did that several times, but later on it broke out clearly, and our anticipation worked. Of course, there was that breakout, then came back after that. That was a fake breakout, another fake breakout on that level. Then we go to H4 to have it clear. Can now delete this. You know that it was going there. Delete this. H4. Okay, this was a clear fake breakout on H4. Yeah, so clear fake breakout. Come back to that support. Come back to this support there, and now you can delete this, delete that, delete this. Because all these we've seen and we've made money on those previous analysis. So we can delete elite. Now, after knowing this, we had, this was a clear, I wasn't online, I would have seen it on Saturday. This was a clear expanding descending triangle. So it is a descending expanding triangle there, and you can see it was in the middle of the trend, which is a buy trend, so we anticipated a reversal there. That will be a reverse, a continuation, and it happened on the other side, because this is going to go for this whole move. So if anyone wants to make an entry or is in it and doesn't know the TP level, this is going to be the TP level. That's where the TP is going to be, and the TP clearly you can see that it is that fair value gap, and I hope you guys can know that that's the fair value gap there. That's where we're going to find our TP, and once we get to that level, according to daily, you may see some pullback. According to weekly, we are still selling because we want it to come to that level. We want it to come to that level there. That's what we want to do. Want it to come to that level on a weekly, so that we can now go for sales. We can go for sales in full swing. So now we wait. Because I don't see us how we can enter that. It has long gone, unless it makes a pullback. So if it makes a pullback before it reaches there, then we are lucky, because it hasn't made a pullback after breakout on that expanding descending triangle there. So we may, if it does that, then we'll be lucky to have entries, but if it doesn't, then we wait for some sales when it reaches to that fair value gap, and that will be liquidity on H4 that will be mitigated. Now there's liquidity, okay, even daily that was liquidity, but then according to weekly, do we have, yes, we have that. We'll be having that liquidity left on that fair value gap. After mitigating this on H4, then we'll either have the one on daily here, which is an order block on weekly, and another one will be that fair value gap on weekly. So we have two levels. We may not see it reach there. If we don't see it reach there, then it will only reverse from this level there, which is a weekly order block, and so we wait to anticipate and to see what will happen. Whichever way it happens, for us, we are ready to follow the market. We do according to what it gives us. So that's it, and that's why we're buying, and we are waiting for that TP or that fair value gap to be hit, and then probably get some sales, which will probably bring us down below to mitigate whatever is left around that area. Then here we'll make our buy entries to take us back there. So this is what we will anticipate, then continue to go for another higher high to break structure on that level to reach that higher high, and probably even exceed it or start to sell if H4 has reached overbought. So I think that's clear enough. If you guys have a question, please do. He's saying, Julius is saying, boom 500 a buy. Really? Let me check. boom 500. Of course, we have anticipated a buy for now, so I don't know if you're asking a question whether we made a mistake to enter buys. I'm not sure, Julius, so kindly elaborate on your comment there so that we can understand. But of course, we saw a few minutes back that boom 500 we are looking for a buy because of what we've seen here. So yeah, V10 it's done. Now we go to V75, 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 V75. Volatility 75. So this is one of those that it's been consolidating and gave us some bit of entries, then later on gets back into consolidation, and that's what we've been having clearly. But this TP was hit, so everyone who followed the analysis, I believe you're able to make that money on boom, on volatility 75 there to reach that TP level, which is a fair value gap, and after reaching it we saw a pullback. Now this pullback came to this order block. Clearly I wanted it to come back to a bit low there as to activate my buys, but it failed. But still it is still consolidating, so now I wait. I'm seeing some sort of support trend line there, I mean resistance trend line there, and this, of course, this is going to be a straight one. You can clearly see that this is sort of a straight support trend line there, so it means market is moving within this range or those limits, and now you can only understand that this is a descending triangle. This is a descending triangle, and looking at what we have on daily, we are buying, and looking at what we have on weekly, we are buying. So it means if we have it on H4 that we are still looking at buys, it means we may see continuation, not reversal into the sells. We may see continuation of the previous trend, and this is a clear move that brought us into consolidation. So whenever it breaks, you want to take your profits around that level. So we will wait for that to happen, but for now it's in that range, or it's in those limits. That's where it is. It's moving, it's making its movement, it's consolidating from. So we leave that for now, and you can always, of course, this is H4, so if you go to H1 and M15, you can clearly see that we sort of have cells to take us where? To take us down below to that level there and take your profits for the cells. That's what we can clearly confirm. That's what we can clearly confirm from this level. And let me see some other things that we can actually going to H1. We have what? So according to H1, we have something like that. Well, that gave us that 5. And never gave us a low. Okay, it's confusing, but for now we know that sales are going to be on So either you can take them where they are, or when they break through this M15 level there, for you to make some entries for yourselves. But I would love to wait until price comes to this level, because generally we are buying on H4 daily and weekly. We are looking for buys, so going against the trend would be something when we start to buy again, because the general trend is a buy. So we'll leave that in M15 and we'll come back to it later on. So we now head to volatility 50. Volatility 50. Volatility 50. Okay, welcome Asimwe, and welcome Upper Room. That should be a scene, I believe. Alright, so now volatility 50 is where we are, and currently we reached, wait a minute, wow, okay, we missed those cells, and I hope you guys entered using the analysis. Those who remember, that was the analysis on the long run. That was volatility 50. Reach that level and then start to sell. We've been in all those movements. Let's look at, actually yes, I was in this sell already, but made a pullback, and now that was another clean entry there. So that was sort of a double top, in fact a triple top, sort of a triple top there. So break of structure here. We haven't found another pullback, so clearly we've gone to this support, which is a daily support level. So you may see a pullback actually from here. We may see a pullback. You may see a pullback now that it has reached that level. Let's see H1. H1, the pullback has started. So we want to sell. Remember, we want to sell in premium. So if you want to sell in premium, when you go to H4, I will do this. This is the premium. Everything that is above here is premium, and I can clearly see my fair value gap left here. Yeah, so that would be the most crucial to return back to. It is in premium and it's a fair value gap. So anticipation is pull back to fair value gap there, then continue selling. Alright, now I can delete this. Because we already know where it is heading. This can be deleted. We don't have any purpose for them now. They've served their purpose. Delete this. Has already made its purpose. Delete this, no longer needed. And now even this feed, we can delete it. We've already confirmed where we want to have our sell entries. Alright, so now the chart is clean, and you can see clearly that is a breaker block, or break of structure level, where it broke structure. That's why we're coming back to when we start. But remember, according to H4, we haven't confirmed if this is our low, because this candle hasn't closed. This current candle, we don't know what it's going to do. So until the second candle closes, we can never confirm if this is a low. So currently, take it as if I've used H1 to determine that, because H1 it has closed and it has given us 2 buy candles, clearly confirming this as our low. So retracement or pullback is anticipated, and we'll be looking at taking it all the way up there. There are small fair value gaps here, but they are in discount, and we are looking for selling. We don't sell in discount, we sell in premium. So we just doing that, we maintain this. That's where we'll be looking for our sale entries there. All right, if you guys have a question, please do. If you have a comment, it's okay. If you have a suggestion, still it's all good. We are a community. We're trying to grow a community of traders where we trade together, and we have probably the same mind towards this kind of market. All right, so let's now head over. As I wait for your comments, let me head over to jump 25, and the TP was hit there. Jump 25, the TP was hit. We can clearly see that according to the analysis we had made previously. Those who had big monies, you were able to make good money if you kept holding your entries. So yeah, jump 25. This, we knew this because we had already seen that this is a sort of a pennant, and we knew that we were going to continue buying. So, but of course, like I always tell you, that manipulation happens. Look at what happened later on. Came to take all the stop losses of the early buyers who made entries to continue buying, took it on that order block, and then went ahead. But using price action, you can clearly see that it was returning to break of structure. It was returning to break a block. So that was where we broke structure from. So this was returned to break a block, and this is the candle that actually was broken out, and you can see that that's where it stopped at. So return to break a block there, and then later on started to buy again, and you can see break of structure again happened here, happened there, and we had a short retracement. We don't call it that, we can't call that as a return to break a block, but we now wait for the one that is going to come, because we are approaching overbought on H4. And if I can just minimize it, they're very tiny to understand. We've reached the previous high according to daily. We've reached the previous high according to daily, and now we know that the way we are moving, we should be looking for a new high, and the momentum is very clear for that sense to give us a new high, and we anticipated already where we can even have more profits. Of course, it may make another pullback after breaking this previous high here. It may make, we may see another pullback to come here before it reaches there. But for now, all we know is we are buying jump 25. So how do we enter this? Right here, no entries for any sell, any buys. Rather, we can wait for sell entries. And how are we going to wait for those? First, to reach another level. First determine actually that previous move it has already reached here, so it's not clear where. Let's see if I go to, then we anticipate sells or pull back to to back to break a block or to mitigate some fair value there or liquidity left back here, I think I can now delete all these no longer necessary, so that the chart can be clear. So the chart can be clear now. It left a lot of liquidity all the way down below, so whichever it chooses to go with, we will be looking at it. Delete. And now we have that. Now we have that. Delete. So, having seen this, delete also this. Now coming here, you can see that there's liquidity left here, there's liquidity on this order block, there's going to be another liquidity on this fair value gap, but until it gives us another high, we can never understand where we are going to make a pullback to. So we'll now wait until we see a new high, then we can determine using our fib to know where we will actually make our entries for buys again, or where we will exit from when we enter sales up there. So that means probably we will see some. This is on a strategic position, this order block here, so probably we'll see this being one of those. But for now, we wait for a new high to be created, then we can wait. So this one, we may wait for some bit more time, unless if you want to scalp it on M15, because M15 clearly it always shows you some entries. It will always show you some entries of continuation. So some of these we can clearly show you continuation, but this is not even continuation. This was a weird consolidation. So it's a weird consolidation. You can only understand it on M5. M5. So rising wedge. It's weird. Should be selling when it gets there. So I'll just delete that and we'll follow what we have on higher time frame for now. So anyone who wants to scalp it, please, the momentum of buys is still strong, so you don't want to, personally I don't want to mess with it until it has finished creating a new high. Alright, so that is jump 25. Let's look for money on the other side. Jump 25. Let's go to the last one, which is jump 10. Which is jump 10. Jump 10. Jump 10. So jump 10. We are. This support is still holding. This support trend line is still holding, but I can see now a resistance on this other side. I can see resistance on that other side, but remember we had started with this. So if this is holding, the one down is holding, this was probably a fake breakout to only get us into sales, which is, we can clearly see that on H4. So we have now, you can see we have a rising wedge, and now we have a symmetrical triangle with entries to take us to the bottom of this level there. So that's one of the opinions I will first look at. Then we look to the daily and see this was mitigated. So it means the move that is going to happen of the cells is going to be one with low momentum. It's going to be one with low momentum, and it may not even reach down below. So any move of cells is going to be with low momentum, because on the longer run, on daily and weekly, we should be looking at weekly. Of course, it's a pullback to that level there to mitigate that liquidity on that fair value gap. Then on daily, it's a clear buy. So we're kind of looking for H4, we are sort of looking for a pullback, and that pullback is actually, we may see it be on the same level as that fair value gap. So that is a fair value gap that has been mitigated 2 times, 3 times, 1, 2, 3. This third one never reached, so we may see it again, and third one here, fourth one, the fourth time getting to this level, and then the buys will resume from that level, like I had anticipated here in the first place, to pull back, break out on that for rising wedge, then come to that level, then start to the buys. So we may see the same. I mean, it's what we are anticipating still. We are not changing the analysis. We are following it closely because everything points to this happening. So the sell is going to be the one with low momentum because of what we are seeing on daily and on H4, what we are seeing. So we wait for that to unfold, and we make our entries clearly. All right, I think now we can head over to where we started from before we can close our meeting today. So we started with crash 500. Crash 500, we saw that we are looking at what? We are looking at entering buys, and the pullback actually happened there. Yeah, the pullback happened there, and I had said I will make my entry when the pullback happens. And hey, just made a mistake. The pullback should be coming around these areas. So I will put my stop loss here to be taken out quickly if it happens. So I'll just put it there. But the pullback, according to Fib, it was supposed to be around these areas here, this fair value gap and whatever that is here. So this would be the area I would be waiting for my buy entries. So I've made a mistake, but I can remove the stop loss here and put it just below here. It will be around $8, and then I will wait for another entry here. I'll wait for another entry here. If it happens, then I'm okay with it. So I'll do that for the buy because we are looking for the buy to take us all the way, up there. But as I've told you that even on H1 you can see it hasn't reached over sold yet, so this may still continue down below here where I've put my box here. According to M15, I've pulled back. We still anticipate more pullback probably to this level here. All right, so that is crash 500, boom 1000. We are waiting for this to happen. That would be pullback after break of structure there. If it happens, then I will enter my buys to take me up there. If it fails, then I won't make any entry. I will wait for my sales to start from all the way up there, here on that level. That's where I'm going to make my entry, my sell entries from. boom 500. The buys is being rejected right here, and I can clearly see the reason why. It has refused to respect, it is somehow refusing to respect the trend line. It wants to respect the retracement level here. It wants to respect the retracement level, of which that is going to be this order block. It's going to be this order block. So it wants to reach it the second time. So it's going to take me out on my stop loss there. I'm okay. It takes me out. I won't enter this until I have another clear entry for the buy inside here. So I'll leave my stop loss where it is. I don't want to increase it. I'll be increasing my risk drawdown, or the drawdown that I've already set. So I don't want to increase my stop loss there. I will leave it where it is. If it goes against it, I'll leave this straight until I have another clear entry for the buy, probably when it comes again on this order block that we had shown you clearly there. So it wants to come back to it. Let's look at H1. This one is not clear. Yeah, it's going to be a clear double bottom on M15. That's what it is trying to do here. So either I will see it come and take me up, then continue into the buy, because this is probably going to be our neckline there for anyone who wants to enter. So this may be a clear neckline there for anyone who wants to enter. So I will leave this at that on M15. If it comes and continues, then it will take me out, and I know that once it takes me out clearly on this level, then we will see a pullback to try to create, strive for a W, or call it a double bottom there. So it's what we will anticipate here where we are. All right, so that is boom 500. That's what we looked at. And pullback has happened. Pullback has happened on, it's happening actually on V10. On V10, that is H4. So the current candle is a pullback currently. So we wait for it. If it comes back to this, fair value gap, then I have my entries for the buy. It's a clear entry level. Then V75, of course, like I said, we are looking at the sells in H1 to take us back to this trend line on H4. To take us to that trend line on H4, we are looking for sells in M15. Sells in M15 to take us back there on this trend line, H4 trend line, and keep playing within those limits until it makes a breakout of reversal going into buys. We are still buying. It's a strong signal for buy. We are in for buys both on H4 and daily time frame. So I leave this back into M15. For V50, like I said, if this candle doesn't close, I have no entries for the pullback or for the buy entry, because H1 it has already started, so we are waiting for an entry. So probably anyone who wants to enter this buy, you want to enter after break of that level, call it the neckline. So I will wait for that to happen. I will leave it to be H1, and now this one, until it makes a new high, we have no business with it. Jump 10 until it makes a breakout here to come to this level, and then we enter buys for some good time we have no business with it. So we wait for the breakout and retest the entry for the sales, which these will be short sales according to H4. Then later it may be actually consolidating even when it goes into the sell, because there's no momentum for sales at all. You can see it's very momentum. So we'll wait for clean if you guys have gotten where you can start from today, or where you can continue from if you had already started. Those who trade Sunday, Saturday, all throughout the week, you've gotten where to continue from. Some clear glimpse of what is happening in the market from our list, which the ones which you are already having on your list of the assets you trade. So from me, I want to say let me wish you guys a good day. Remember, this was Dark Scott Traders, and we do this every day, Monday to Friday, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. East African time. And of course, a reminder, as usual, reminder is we still have a BTC. We have BTC every Tuesday and Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Call it 1:30 anyway. We normally stop at 1:30 East African time. So every Tuesday and Friday, that's when we analyze BTC together. So that's just a reminder for anyone who may be interested, or if you know anyone who is interested in crypto, you can always share with them, or you can even share with them the link to the channel for them to subscribe and hit the bell button, so that they can always receive notifications whenever I'm about to start the live stream. So it's an important thing to hit the bell button so that you don't miss out anything. But otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day, and of course let me wish you a good analysis throughout the day and even the week, because we've just started the week. Let's increase on the money bag. As always, the aim is to grow the money bag. Otherwise, see you guys tomorrow same time. Have a nice and a lovely day.